You know how we start this.
Yeah, with roll 20. Hopefully I don't have to talk about what has happened.
Hopefully, I don't have to talk about what has happened.
Ooh! Oh!
Oh,
We got
well,
that 20. Holy cow!
you're in luck.
Where
You
was
get
that
to
when I
choose.
needed it?
You're in luck, Morgan.
You get to choose.
I choose Andrew.
Oh, god
Oh.
damn it. Oh no. I'm eating something. I can't possibly talk while I'm eating something. That would just be rude.
What you have done to us is rude.
Fair enough.
Retribution will be delicious.
Delicious, we say.
Okay. So, what happened last time was Zainora, Marvel, and Kepin went through the tunnels. They briefly stopped to discuss whether if they wanted to go to the Ruby Palace, but Zainora had made the executive decision to say, nah, we're going straight to Cobbleton. They went, they encountered, almost encountered a Hydra, but luckily were able to sneak past it while it was sleeping. After Zainora had convinced Kepin that we should keep going instead of detouring because it would take a week, and they don't have that much time. So, Kepin was able to get everyone past through the large stone gate into the city by using a secret entrance that he has, and they devised a plan. Their plan was that Kepin was to go find a friend of his in the city of Cobbleton to try to find someone who can make a poison so that they can poison King Balius. However, he was unable to find them, and they just decided to sneak inside, rescue all of the elves that they were trying to find if they're still alive, and then try to assassinate Balius via attacking him. However, when they tried to enter, where they approached the fortress from the south wall, they had been spotted by an autonomous ballista and were arrested. They were took inside the fortress, where they were brought forward by a group of Warforged soldiers to King Balius himself, in which he had ordered that all of their stuff get taken away and stored. So they were stripped of all their weapons and their armor, and some of the Warforged had walked off with that. And then Kepin was taken to the dungeon where he was to be dealt with later, while Zainora was to stay with King Balius in his grand hall. And he brushed her face, said some perverted no
Really gross stuff.
And it was like, caution, caution. FBI should be knocking on our door any minute now. But Zainora said, basically fucking Shoryukened King Balius right in the nards, right in the nard dogs, and started combat. Zainora had fled from King Balius and summoned Marvel from his bow, since she's able to do so without actually having to touch the bow. Marvel had dealt with some of the Warforged soldiers that were around him and flew down to Zainora. But just as he went down to her, she was knocked unconscious. Marvel had then grabbed her, flew up to the top, and was trying to escape. But unfortunately, the Warforged were able to grab a deep gnome called the Gadgeteer, and he came out with his magic and was able to shoot at Leon, which caused him to essentially have to drop or set down Zainora to deal with him. Leon had went to combat, killed the Gadgeteer and some of the Warforged, and then picked Zainora back up and was going to fly away. But unfortunately, one of the autonomous ballista that mans at the watchtowers up front had come up, took aim, and shot Leon, which finished him off, making him go back into the bow, and Xionora dropped 30 plus feet to her demise, in which we had ended the session, and now we pick off from where we had left off. Before we do that, I'm going to play some music.
I
Drop
am
the beat.
really, really sad right now.
Me too.
Because we failed at our escape, but we will win.
We failed at more than just an escape.
Yeah, we failed big time.
So, we start today's session with Xionora. You slowly awaken, and your eyes getting flooded with torchlight. Your back aches in terrible pain. Your skin, it feels chilled. And also, you can feel stone as well. When your eyes finally adjust to the torchlight, you look upon yourself and see that you are wearing nothing but 2 straps of cloth. One that wraps around your chest and one that wraps around your pelvis. You have no boots, no footwear. 90% of your skin is exposed, which is the reason why that you feel quite chilled, cold. But you also not only feel the stone that you are lying upon, you also feel... What is that noise?
It was an alarm.
Oh.
And I had no idea it was on. Why are you on?
You also feel the cold sensation, well, not sensation, but the cold feeling of metal. And as you look along your body, as you kind of sit up, you see that there is a shackle upon your ankle with a very heavy ball at the other end. When you look around, you see that you're in a fairly large room that has a enormous bed. You see that there is a large animal skin of black fur stretched out across the cold stone floor at the center of the room. You also see that there is what looks to be a suit of plate armor, beaten up from countless battle wounds, stands off to the side of the room. And at the foot of the bed in which you lay next, you see a large metal chest. And as you kind of also gather your surroundings, you hear from behind you, "You're finally awake." What do you do?
I turn around to see, I assume, not King Balius.
No. You see a wood-elf woman with auburn hair dangling about on her shoulders. Her eyes are very tired and blackened from getting very little sleep, and her body looks absolutely malnourished and fatigued. She looks upon you as if she is ready to faint at a moment's notice.
Where am I? Who are you?
The elven woman says, "Why, you're in Master Balius's chambers."
Yuck.
I take it the fall didn't kill me.
Unfortunately, no. King Balius' soldiers had found you.
And what does that mean?
Well, that means that you're stuck here for the rest of your life.
I very much doubt that. I don't think I'm much to his like.
That's not what he told me.
And what did he tell you?
He told me that you might be my replacement.
What does that mean for you?
Well, it either means that he's going to toss me to his to the prisoners in the dungeon to have their ways with me, or it means that he'll kill me and have me for a feast.
And what does that mean for me?
She looks down upon you with a face of, like, pity, and she says, honestly, I would rather not say, as it pains me to just think about it. I'll say this, though. He's going to break you. In every which way he can. You then hear the sound of a groan come from this side of the bed, and then another wood elf crawls around, like aching in pain, and then looks up and sees you, and she flops on her backside, and she rubs her eyes, and then gets a good look at you, and then she goes, "Wait a second. You look familiar. What is your name?"
Do I know this person?
When you look at them, it doesn't look like. I would say you probably wouldn't recognize them, but if you want, you can give me a history check.
Yeah, I'd like to see if I can figure out who they are first. A 6.
Yeah, you don't remember
Nice.
this person at all.
Cool. I've gone by a few names. My birth name is Leonora.
Zeonora.
Galadinor.
Her eyes widen, and she goes, "So you're from District Beta?"
And you aren't?
No, I am. I came down here because I was with an expedition team. We were sent to investigate an area in the Underrealm.
Well, that's quite a story. Do you know where the rest of your team is?
Well, not exactly. And the red-haired woman says, "It's more than likely that King Balius has either tortured them to death or eaten them. He doesn't like the male elves, just the female ones."
Good thing I'm a bow
See, not everything was bad.
Just one good doesn't make everything okay.
Just in my book.
That must have really low standards then.
I take it neither of you have any particular prowess in combat.
The dark-haired girl says, well, I would say that I'm particularly skilled in being light on my feet. Believe me, I've tried to slip out of these shackles, but I'll be damned. I think he's made these especially for our kind. And when you kind of like look at your own, you do see the shackles are like fairly small. Like it's virtually impossible to slip out of them. The auburn-haired elf says, I used to be a scholar, but to tell you the truth, I don't remember a damn thing from what I studied.
How long have you been here?
She looks up at you, or she looks down at you, really. But she looks at you, and you give each other eye contact, and you can just tell by the look of her eyes, like, there's just this all loss of hope and feeling. And she doesn't say anything, but you feel that right there is enough to let you know that she's been here for far too long. It seems that whoever this Balius is has broken this elven woman's spirit to the point where she doesn't really have one. She's just a living husk.
Well, I assume this is his bed. When he comes in, and there are no guards with him, perhaps I might be able to incapacitate him enough. We may not be able to get out of the shackles, but we may be able to have something. Some leverage, some secret. I'm sorry. I can do more for you both.
The auburn hair elf, she sighs. She says, you know, any resistance will just end up in failure. If you do try to kill him, or incapacitate him, I'm afraid I'm not going to let that happen.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what?
I'm not going to let it happen.
And why is that?
Because I would much rather die quickly than to have him slowly torture me to death for betraying him. You can tell the elven woman with the darker hair just kind of looks like the auburn woman with kind of like a light scowl, like a faint scowl, and then she looks at you and kind of gives you this look like this woman's gonna be a problem. The auburn elf, she kind of rolls on her back, looks up at the ceiling, and she goes, now, if you both don't mind, keep it down. I need my rest before he comes back for another round.
I'm going to sit on the floor and rest my back against the bed. And think to myself, and hopefully to Marvell, are you still there?
Do I hear her?
Let me see.
No, please, please. Surely there must be some way for a sentient being to still keep in contact with its wielder.
Leon, or
Oh,
Marvel,
yeah.
you are sitting so you this whole entire time you know that as a magical sentient item, you are able to see and perceive things in 360 degrees, almost as if
That's
you
gotta
were
be trippy.
alive. But however, this time you see nothing but darkness, and you don't remember anything that would happen. The last thing you remember being conscious was when you were flying in the air and holding Xionora. But now you feel that you are awake, and at first you kind of panic because you know you're in your magical item, but you don't know if Xionora is okay. And you kind of sit there, and I just imagine that you shout to her, like, "Are you there? Are you there? Are you there?" And there's nothing. But then, after who knows how long, you hear Xionora's voice. And Xionora, what do you say?
Marvel, are you there?
Joan?
I found King Balius' bedchamber.
Oh. How are you still?
I don't know.
Where are you? You're obviously in his chamber, I would guess, from when you said that you were found his bed.
Shackled.
That's
Ball
right.
and chain.
Is there any way for you to release me from the bow so I can come find you?
Probably. But I'm going to wait, if that's alright. I think more than likely you're under heavy guard, even if there's no one there. And I'd like to try to coordinate something as much as we can.
Okay. Just stay safe.
I will.
So after you speak with Marvel telepathically, the wood elf woman with the dark hair scoots over to you right at the end of her chain, and she kind of sits next to you. Crisscross applesauce is looking towards you, and she says quietly, "So, what are we gonna do?"
I open my eyes after a moment to look at her. We're going to keep the king occupied while a friend of mine handles a few other things. When the time seems right, I'll pummel him as much as I can. But until then,
Go ahead.
I suppose we'll have to do the best we can.
And what are we gonna do anything about Miss Submissive?
He can try. I said I'd keep him appeased. I didn't say I'd play along, if that makes sense.
So we're not gonna do anything about Sleeping Beauty up there?
Do you have an idea?
She looks over at the chain that is at her ankle and looks up. If you can help me, possibly drag the ball over. She's very close to the edge. We could possibly use the weight of the ball, get it
And
around
what-
her neck.
What do you think would happen if King Balius came in after that?
Well, I mean, we could do it while he's asleep, and then that way that's one less thing we have to deal with when we confront him. I don't know. I wasn't the brilliant thinker with my squad. I was just the one that tiptoed around.
It's not a bad idea. I'd just like to avoid being so drastic if we can, but you may.
She nods. She kind of like looks around, and she says, "Do you think that? So I've been here for quite some time, and I've never left this room. King Balius so far hasn't maybe done too many terrible things with him and his broad up there. But sometimes he lets her come out with him, almost like a pet. Do you think perhaps it would not be a bad idea to try to get on his good side for a bit and see if he would let us take a stroll with him? He does have that other elven woman in his throne chamber that he likes to use as his personal fool. But I don't think he lets her out of the hall, the Grand Hall. I don't know. Could be a dumb idea.
I'm curious. It's not a bad idea, but what do you think we could do outside of this room that we couldn't do within it? To me, there's just more guards, more complications outside of this room. I don't know what happens in here, but
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but around here there isn't really a lot of things that can help us escape. But if we get out of here, perhaps we can use our sticky fingers to grab a hold of something that could. The more that he lets us out of this room, the more chances we have to get something we need to help us get out of these stupid balls and chains.
well, I don't have much an idea about the shackles, but the chain, I have an idea for. Can I tell what kind of metal the chain is made of?
Go ahead and give me, just do a straight up intelligence check.
5.
Yeah, you can assume that it's just standard iron.
Iron?
Yeah,
Does it seem magical in any way?
not that you can tell.
Okay. I have an idea about the chains. Don't worry about them.
Oh. Okay. So, if we do stand here, we're going to kill him. King Balius is a big orc, and I don't think he's gonna just simply slide down and take it. Are you thinking that you're just gonna dig into his chest and rip out his heart? Like, how do you plan on killing him so quickly?
Not exactly. I'm mostly thinking that I might be able to distract him for a little bit until the cavalry arrive.
Guess who's the cavalry?
Vorpal, baby! Yeah, let's go! Coming with a
Oh, yeah!
comeback! Kicking down the door. Alright.
That's my man.
The man. The myth. The legend. Alright.
Vorpal.
Varpa! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. So this woman nods. And she says, "Oh, by the way, I'm Talia. Talia Warnhall."
Why does that sound familiar?
And,
Sorry, what sounds familiar? Did I mishear something? I thought you said something sounded familiar.
Yeah, her name. Her name sounds familiar for some reason. I don't know why. It just
I
does.
missed the name.
Talia Warnhall.
Warnhall.
Warnahall?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Warnhall.
Do you tell Leon this? Marvel? About the
I
people
do.
in the room? Okay, sweet. I would like to do a history check on this Talia Warnhall, because that sounds familiar.
Okie dokie.
History would be an intelligence, which I'm not good at. Not 20!
Never heard of her.
Never. Okay. Not 20
Good try, good
wasted
try.
on nothing. Sweet.
Don't worry, I use my nat 20 on storytelling.
Use your nut 20.
Well, could I use that extra, like, little bit of magic to find out what I can hear around me? Or is everything silent?
No.
Oh, okay.
So,
Does that mean it is silent, or that Marvel has to decipher it another way?
he has to decipher another way.
Okay.
So a few brief moments after your conversation ends with Talia, you hear heavy footsteps come about to the door of this room. Sounds of metal moving and shifting about, and then you hear a low growled command. And then the door swings and bursts open. And the man himself in green steps in, closing the large door behind him. His mace in his right hand, and he looks and sees you two mingling about yourselves, and he smirks. So, my little playthings are getting to know each other. And he steps forward and he kind of squats down as he looks right into your eyes, Zayanora. He says, "How are you feeling, darling? How's your back?"
Gross. I am disgusted for you, Joan, don't worry. That way you don't have to act like you are. Even though you probably will anyway. Because you're Joan. You do whatever the heck you want.
Does Joan
Like
say
punching
anything?
children,
Feels
for
like it bro-
instance.
Feels like it broke in about 6 places.
Just wait until I get my hands on you.
You gross. I am disgusted. I am revolted. I dedicate my life to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and this is the thanks I get?
So Talia just kind of looks at him with a spark of fear. And he looks over at her, and his smirk fades away.
Ew.
Back away. And she obeys, slides back to her little corner of the bed. Looks back at Zayanora. Usually what I would do, for me to decide where I wish to put you, I would put you through a series of tests. Make you go through endurance training. But for you, my dear, I think I'm going to do something a little different. For I already know where your place should be. Since you had hit me right in my balls, I have decided that you are not worth keeping in my chambers. You'll have to earn that right. For now, you're going to be put as the fuck thing for the dungeon. Every inmate will have their way with you. Every day. As a punishment. And believe me, by the end of today, you will wish that you were on my bed and not theirs. You'll see. And he kind of takes a large green hand and, like, pats your cheek.
What is he wearing?
His token is exactly what he's wearing.
So about the same as what he was wearing the last time I met him.
Correct, except for he's actually wearing something around his groin area. This time.
What does
He's
it appear
learned
to be
his
made of?
lesson.
It looks to be like a simple loincloth, but it seems to be that there is some metal. That's just kind of like hanging loosely. It's not like a cup or anything, but there's some metal in the way. It's like a backing, like a plate.
I'm just gonna look from his feet slowly up to his face. You know, based on the people I saw in town, I might think your inmates are more attractive than you.
Oh, dang! John!
He stands up and he chuckles.
Please tell me that Marvell heard that. Please.
And he chuckles. And he says, well, good. Then I guess that means you're going to enjoy every single one that gets to put the little pecker deep inside of you.
Yeah.
You
Yuck.
fucking little whore. And he goes to kick you.
No. Not allowed.
What did he get?
A nat 1.
He got a 20.
That hits.
Dang.
He takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage as he kicks you. He then...
Did I wake up at full health?
Yes.
Lovely.
He then picks up the chain in the iron ball, and it kind of just dangles. And he picks it up almost as if he's like just picking up like a young child.
Oh.
I wouldn't say that. He's picking it up as if he's hardly burdened by its weight.
It's only around one of my ankles.
Yes.
Okay.
And he
After he
begins-
picks it up.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say after he picks it up, if he's gonna hold it for a moment. I have a response.
Okay.
We're playing footsie now, are we? I'd like to kick him with my free foot in the middle of his chest.
Okay. You do have disadvantage. since
That's
you're-
fine. 15 to hit.
That is
Oof.
a miss.
Dang it.
That's fine.
It's fine. We
He
still love you,
uses,
John.
His like
We still love you.
forearm like plate to like block it, and then he just begins to drag you.
Joan, are you okay?
Pulling you close.
Perfectly fine, though apparently I'm going to the dungeon.
For what?
To get to know some of our expedition friends.
What? What do you mean by that?
I don't respond.
Joan, what do you mean by that?
Oh, I see as he's dragging me.
Joan?
So you just see that there's just like this hall that goes to 2 large doors, and there are 2 Warforged soldiers that are standing guard. And he is dragging you up to this door, and he pulls out a key, or he bangs on the door and says something in some language you don't speak. And he opens it. The door opens for him. And you see that there's like this large circular room. And there are four Warforged soldiers here. That stand guard. And you see
What? Yeah. What happened?
there are 2 stone walls that take up a third of the room, and an iron door with a sliding
I'm
peephole
telling you,
at the
he would
center
make
of
a
the
good
south
football
wall.
player.
You also hear the sound of someone humming a tune coming from inside this room. And you see that here there is a large table made of stone with iron shackles upon them, as well as a large
Multi-purpose
table
room.
that holds dozens of bloodied tools, look to be
Oh.
used for torturing. And he brings you over to the table, and he grabs you by the ankle where the shackles is, and he looks at his Warforged guards and says, "Help me put her on the table."
This isn't the dungeon.
Joan.
And they're
Joan.
all gonna like grab you by your legs and your hands and force you onto the table, and they start locking the shackles onto you. So your arms and legs are sprawled out on the table. And he takes a step back, looking at you, and he just smiles. And he says, "How many prisoners do we have?" One of the Warforged soldiers says, "Currently, we only are stationing 1, my lord." Abalius just kind of turns and looks at him. "What do you mean there's only 1? Well, sir, you remember the last batch you had decided to eat? A lot of the deep gnomes have been behaving very much so. I want you to go out and find anyone that you can. I don't care who it is. I want poor people, riddled people of diseases, and I want them here in this dungeon. This disgusting, filthy whore is going to learn her place, and I need more prisoners to do it. So go out and find me more."
Oh, I thought you said I was beautiful.
Dang, Joan.
Shut up, you fucking knife beer.
Hey,
And he
that's a racial slur.
He looks back at these Warforged and he goes, "What are you doing? Don't just stand there!" And they run off this way.
Joan, I'm serious right now. Please, you cannot stay quiet like this.
It's nothing I can't handle.
Joan, I swear to God. To any god who would hear me right now, I swear if you get yourself hurt, I'm never going to be happy with you ever again.
Balius and... Oh, go ahead.
Maybe a little too late for that.
What? Joan, wait, what?
We'll see.
Balius steps up to you. And the 2 Warforged back here say, "What do we do, sir? Do we just have her here?" "Bring the prisoner out. We'll just have him have his way longer. Besides, he's been very well behaved. He deserves to be shown some sort of reward for being such a good for having such good manners." Warforged, one of these guys. You hear the sound of the metal door being unlocked. All right, prisoner. Come forth. Slowly. You hear the sound of chains rattling.
I swear to God, if it is who I think it is, I'm going to be so upset.
Marvel, do you see anyone in your room?
No, it is pitch dark here.
Around the corner, you see a particular figure that you haven't seen in a little while. And at first, you were quite shocked to see this person, but then your heart is fluttered with a little bit of hope as you see their face.
Who is
The
it?
heck?
Who?
Blonde-haired man with blue eyes
No!
stands before you
Nora!
with cut up, dirtied Asterian blue commoner clothes with a blue tunic, kind of darker gray trousers, bare feet, and he looks at you.
Nora, I
and
swear to God.
He flicks some of his bangs away from his eyes as he looks at you, with his hands shackled behind his back. And he goes, "Huh. Fancy seeing you here." "Oh, you know each other. How splendid. All right, prisoner. I have decided to give you a little treat.
Joan.
I'm sure that a man like you hasn't had his way with a woman in quite some time."
Bold of you to assume he likes women.
It's bold of him just to be him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's very
Yeah.
ballyish at this point. What do you mean you won't stick it in?
So, I'm going to satisfy. I'm going to satisfy your hunger, and let you have your way with one of my trophies. And he, after looking up at him, looks over at you, Zayanora, and you know that this person hasn't really been one to really show any signs of human emotion. His face has always just been expressionless. But this time, you get the sense of high anxiety, but he's trying his damnedest to hide it. And he says, "Well,
Listen, we're so sorry for assuming that you were the arsonist.
if I am to have my way with this whore,
Oof.
I'm going to need to be able to use my hands."
Oof.
And Balius, "Fine."
Joan,
Release
swear,
his hands.
you better call me.
And he steps back. Nora steps forward, and one of these Warforged unlock him. And he cracks his knuckles, cracks his neck, and he steps forward to you, Zayanora, and gets really close.
Mm,
And he kind of
Jonah,
looks you up and down
swear.
your face. And he leans to to whisper something in your ear, and he says, "Don't worry."
What?
He whispered, "Don't worry."
I know, but what?
I have a plan. When I give you the signal, I want you to run to the eastern door. There, you will find your belongings. Gather them, and I will meet you there. And he leans back, and Balia says, doing a bit of foreplay, are we? And Nora says, "Oh, I suppose so. Anything I can do to get her heated
Wow.
up." And
I swear.
then all of a sudden, you see this flash of orange and red light fly from this door here. And it bursts, the door bursts into flames. And then Nora holds his hand up, and his sword, almost like Thor with
Warlock!
Mjolnir, flies into his hand, and Balias goes, "What?" And Nora quickly, in 4 slashes, cuts open all of the shackles, and Zainora, you drop to your feet, and we're gonna roll into initiative.
I have to say, this is not how I expected any of this to go. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Didn't expect to see Nora here. Didn't expect Nora to save me. Didn't expect Nora to be the only prisoner.
Didn't expect Nora to have all these things.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? You know what that means? Our favorite gnome person is gone. Norm orc person.
Yeah, Keppin's probably
Kevin's eaten.
gone.
He's
Which is sad.
probably in a lot of stomach acid right now.
Maybe he
Rest in
was
peace.
just killed the normal way. Or maybe he was let free for good behavior. I don't think so.
Well,
No.
maybe you'll never know.
Oh.
Okay,
Wow.
okay. Please.
It is so
Nora?
good to be evil.
I mean, sorry. Joan, what just happened?
Nora's here. Running.
Nora? You mean the cute blonde guy
Running.
from before?
Oh.
And yes.
Sweet! But wait, why is he here? He's on the...
Too many
the
questions!
This is gonna be great. Did you roll for initiative?
Yep.
What did you get?
A 9.
Yep.
Oh. So I accidentally...
It was in the turn order tracker, but now it's gone.
Yeah, it's because I'm not used to people actually doing the initiative order around me for me. So I just
No, you're
assumed
good,
it was an older one from before.
I need to remember that I get advantage on my initiative rolls.
And then the Warforged.
What makes you think you're
Okay,
being
well.
summoned?
That's very fitting.
Excuse me?
That's remarkable. Did you really roll a 219?
Yes.
Nice.
Sweet.
So, Zaya, Nora.
Oh my goodness.
I ship it.
Nah, she still has someone waiting for her back at home.
If they're still alive.
Gonna get that boom boom pow.
Yep, at least your person isn't under the impression that there's someone else. That you're someone else, so you know.
Oh. Yeah.
So he's gonna take his sword and he's
Sword.
gonna swing it at one of the Warforged. He hits. So he uses both of his hands and he swings down, cutting across one of them, making it instantly bloodied. And then he's gonna swing at it again.
He bloodied one of the Warforged?
Already?
Oh,
Oh,
wait, he might. Oh, hold on.
dang,
I forgot.
son.
Hold on.
Fire damage involved too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just swings down and he like cuts straight through. Fire burns at the wood and melts the metal, and it just kind of collapses to the ground like a hunk of metal.
Dang.
And then he looks back and swings backward at the other one, getting a natural 20.
Dang.
Okay.
You know what? Now, Nora's giving Vorpal a run for his money.
I know, right?
Yeah, he just like he swings one, killing the other one, turns back, and like just lops off the head of the other instantly, making it fall to the ground. And does he have? He then looks at Balius and points the flame sword as the blade is just enraged with an inferno. He points it right at his face, and he says, "I'm only here for one thing, Balius. I'm here for that necklace. You can either give it to me, or I'll turn you into a pile of ash for it." And King Balius just kind of grips onto the handle of his mace, and he just... And Joan, it is your turn.
Summon me. Please.
Um,
I promise I've learned my lesson and won't carry you anymore.
um, I'm not actually in range of, or maybe I am. He might have reach.
Please.
He
Please.
seems like he would have reach.
Just call on me, please.
Can I summon Marvell as a bonus action, or is it an action?
It's an action. Okay. Since it is an action, I won't be too angry with you, but still.
I've got a lot I need to do.
Yeah, you do.
Is it wrong that I really want to punch Balius on my way out?
No, I think it's well warranted.
Yeah, I know. But I'm. You know what? Yeah, this will work. So, I assume this is the east door.
Yes.
Cool. Oh goodness, what did I just do? Sorry. Accidentally doing things.
Perhaps we should, I don't know, save the girls? Question mark?
Yeah. That is on my brain.
So, you know what would help with that? Me.
Assuming you can find me, but yes.
I mean, apparently I'm just to the east, so all I really gotta go is go west. All I gotta do is go west.
Maybe. You might not be with my other stuff, but... Okay. I'm going to start with, again, Step of the Wind. This feels very familiar. Disengage.
Deja vu. We have
right.
been in this place before.
2, 3. What do I see when I get to this door? Can I see out through it? I know there's the 2 Warforged down there, but...
Yeah, that's all you see is just the 2 Warforged.
I don't see any pile of stuff or anything.
No, they are looking toward over here as if they are going to advance to the door here pretty soon.
Joan,
Uh-huh.
call me.
Uh-huh.
Call me.
There are Warforged everywhere.
Yeah, which is why it'd be a good idea to call me.
Let me at him. Let me at him. Let me at him.
Basically, my energy right now.
Shoot. He said it was out.
If only you could.
He said you'll run to the eastern door. You'll find your belongings. Why? Shoot.
If only you could.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're gonna slide over here. Are you measuring how far I can go?
Yeah.
I can get between the two Warforged, which is not really where I want to go right now. So I'm staying out of their range. And yeah, I'm going to use my action to try to summon Marvell from the bow.
Yes!
Alright, Marvel, roll me initiative.
Sweet. Okay, I have advantage. Okay, so we are gonna see what I get in. Ooh. Ah! Not 20!
Dang.
Holy cow!
So that's what?
That's 24 with a nat 20.
I beg you get to go before Nora.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, doesn't that mean I get to go right now though too?
No.
Because I got now. Oh, okay. Let's see how it is.
Anything else, Sayonara?
Nope. That's it.
Alright. Balius, he's actually going to disengage. And get the hell out of here.
Coward.
Get in this place before I am on the streets. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Whoa. 35. These two Warforge are going to run and block Sayonara. And
Aww.
they have to double move those, so they do not get to take actions to try to assault you. And that
So they're just
brings
making
us
a wall?
to...
Don't worry, she's already been assaulted.
Got him. Alright. Marvel, it is your turn.
Indeed it is.
You see that there are two Warforged in this room. They're both kind of like standing beside the table to make sure that no one comes in here, and then they just see you like summon out of nowhere.
Yep.
What do you do?
Do these two look familiar?
No.
Like, have I seen them? Okay. Well, I would like to, as a bonus action, use my Phantom Rage.
Okay. Give me that wisdom saving throw.
Sweet. Okay. Let's see if I succeed. I hope I succeed.
Do you have
Let's
any
see.
inspiration?
Oh boy, no, I don't.
Oh,
It's a 6.
okay.
I think I'm the only person who got inspiration since the dungeon event where we all gave it up for a hint. And I used to live.
Yep. Okay, so now I gotta roll. Do I still get my Phantom Rage though?
You do. It's just you're under the confusion spell. So you gotta roll me a
sweet.
D10.
D10, let's go. Ooh, 10.
Okay. You can act and move normally.
Sweet! That's great! Okay, so, does that give up all my action? Or am I okay?
No, you could do whatever. You could do whatever.
Oh, okay. Phantom Blade, immediately. On the one to my right. Why am I still rolling with advantage? That's my left.
Which
I meant this
right
one.
are you talking about?
My right. This one.
Okay, so that'd be Leon's left. If he was looking
I thought
this
that
way.
No, he would be summoned like forward. So he would be looking towards the.
Anyways.
Anyway, he attacks.
Okay.
Does a 26 hit?
Yes, it hits.
Sweet. 24.
All right, it is still up, but you have definitely bloodied it.
Okay, sweet. I would like to hit it again.
All right.
You're almost as strong as Nora.
Oh yeah, almost. Does another 26 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, 25 force this time.
All right, he just explodes into pieces. Arms and legs go everywhere.
I like it.
And then I turn to the one remaining, and I'm just like, "You're next."
It just goes, oh no.
Oh no. What have we done?
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Yes. Actually, I changed my mind. Wait, it's an action to grab this stuff, correct?
Correct.
Okay, look, no. Where am I go? I am leaving, and I am going to go find Nora. Xehanort.
Where are you going?
You're doing it.
I am immediately going out.
Just out?
This door.
Okay, you can go 40
This
feet,
door.
and that is as far as you can get.
I thought I would be able to get past the door because that's.
You already
30
used 5 feet to get here, so then that's 40 left. So that gets you.
Oh, okay. So I just like swing open the door then.
Okay. You see Xehanort is getting blocked by 2 Warforged soldiers.
I yell at them.
Anything else?
I'm just like, "Hey, you! Pick on someone your own size." No offense, no, Joan.
They turn back and they both go, "It's back! The Phantom is back!"
Damn right.
Don't worry about that. Our priority should be to submit the prisoner.
Damn.
Right.
Okay. I am ending my turn.
Nora opens it, walks through the door, kind of like twirling his like sword and around. Oh, walking up, and the Warforged like ready their shields and their long swords. If you do not drop the weapon soon, we will have no choice but to use deadly force.
Oof.
And Nora says, funny thing. I was about to say the same thing to you. He swings. He hits.
Crit.
Not a crit, but does deal max damage on the longsword.
Oof.
Damage. Bloodying.
Dang.
And then... he just cuts right through it, melting right through its metal exterior, making it just go down to the ground. Just kidding.
Oof.
And then uses a second attack to bring it down on the other one. Hits. Blooding. Let's see if he does any fire damage. Okay. Cuts this thing in half as well.
Dang.
Killing it. He then looks forward and sees Marvel's spectral image, and he raises a brow, and he goes, "Is that Leon?"
Questions later.
Leon and I have changed a bit since you saw us last. And I'm gonna, as soon as I can, start running toward.
Yes, it is your turn. He's gonna. He's gonna start dashing forward, but you just kind of fucking Naruto run right past him.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to dash. 10, 20, 30, 40. So I still have 20 feet of movement. Is my stuff in?
When you kind of like look around briefly, you don't see anything, but you do like your stuff just lying around anywhere. But you do see under this table there is a metal chest, and there is a warforge that is still standing. That is like kind of standing his ground.
Leon, Marvel, I
On
hate
it.
to be. I hate to inconvenience on it. Not even gonna fuck with it.
God, Joan, I get it. Jeez. After all the things I've done for you.
Now I'm more than happy.
Like, don't worry, Joan. This time, I got your back. Anything else, Sayonara?
Sayonara. No.
Okay.
Hey, you did this to yourself. You're the one who made the joke first.
Repeatedly.
Repeatedly.
Guys, I don't like what you're doing with my campaign setting. Thank you.
Good job. You're fine. Yeah, you're finally getting it. This Warforged is just gonna say, fuck that, and he's gonna run.
Hey, where do you
try to
think
get
you're
some
going?
payback.
Let's
I'm still raging.
get out
Come
of here
back.
quickly.
Fine.
Marvel, it is your turn.
Okay. You said there was women in the room. In your
Right.
room, correct? I would
Straight
suggest
out-
you're the one to go talk to them. I'll grab your stuff. No, wait, you should grab your stuff before going.
I'd like to have it on me.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I'll just guard this door. Yeah, I can do that.
Are there any of my clothes? Oh, it's guess it's not my turn. So wait.
So Leon, what are you doing?
I am going to guard this door.
Okay. Nora is gonna 5, 10, 20, 25, 30.
Aw, poor little slow Nora.
5,
No.
5.
Actually, he did pretty well. He did well. I'm gonna give him credit.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen here. He's the heavy hitter.
He's done
okay?
well for a human.
For a dirty.
Hey,
mud-blooded
he didn't say that.
human.
He didn't say that.
You didn't have
Leon
to.
obviously loves humans.
He didn't have to. Okay, he
Ooh.
didn't have to.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Okay, Zainara, it is
Wink.
your turn now.
Okay.
Wink.
I'm going to turn around to Nora for just a split sec while running backward. We should get the woman from the other room and get us out as fast as possible. Just let me grab my things. What's in the chest?
It is currently locked, but
Balls, I knew it.
if you want, you can give me like a perception check, or you can use an investigation to check the table in front of you to try to see if you can find a key.
I'm gonna look at the table and also search the
Hang on. Let me save you some
Down.
trouble.
Warforged.
Look at
Okay.
this. This right here. You see that?
Yeah.
That looks like keys. Doesn't that look like keys? That kind of looks like keys.
I'm going to search the table in front of me real quick.
Let me save you some trouble. Those are scrolls.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at the table in front of me and do a quick search of the Warforged, and then kind of shout over my shoulder to the other two people, the ghost and the human question mark. I need keys. Get that Warforged, please. While
On
I'm
it.
searching this one.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
19. Hey, look, I can roll well.
Okay.
Sweet.
You find the keys on this Warforge.
Scratch that. Found the keys, and I open the chest. Oh,
Make
I
up
hope
your
I open the
mind.
chest.
You see Leon's bow and all of your gear inside the chest.
Yes! When you say all my gear, can we be a little more explicit?
Your armor, the boots, bow,
Clothes, backpack?
backpack,
Yes.
all of it.
Okay. As much as I hate to do it, I'm going to wrap the cloak around my shoulders, like quickly put it on, and of course grab the frickin' bow, because I'm not going anywhere without that. The rest of it I'm stuffing in the backpack, and I'm gonna start.
Try putting on the
how much?
boots.
I
Please,
assume the
protect
boots
your feet.
take a sec to put on.
So it's gonna.
Oh,
I'll say
fuck.
that it takes an action to put on the boots, but to put on the cloak, it's gonna take the same amount of time as it would be to equip light armor.
Oh God. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I was just assuming I could just, put it on,
Nope.
like
Just like wrap it around her shoulders.
like hoodie style. Yeah. I can't just like wrap it around my shoulders or anything.
No, it takes
Okay.
form of the armor that you decide
Okay.
to make it. So if you made it light armor,
Okay.
it stays in that form until you do otherwise.
Okay. So far, I've moved 20 feet and searched. Did the search take my action?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna grab everything and stuff it in my backpack for the moment, except the longbow. I'm gonna hold on to,
Okay.
and I'm gonna start going back this way. Okay, so 60, that is everything unless I want to go really zoom, and I don't want to be the first one. Marvel, this way!
On it.
Tortured women!
Okay, just don't let them see me. They won't like me.
That's into my turn. I guess I can carry the boots in my hand, but it's the same idea. Boots in one hand, bow in the other, backpack over the shoulder. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Okay. Marvel, it is your turn.
Well, I would look for clothes, but I don't have the time. I'm just gonna peek. Do a little peek through the door. Not going to open it. I'm just gonna put my head through it.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
You see that the Warforge is kind of like standing in the middle of this like large wall. And you see that one of the ballistas is walking towards it.
Wait, he's walking toward the ballista?
No,
or
the ballista's walking towards him.
Oh, good.
Oop!
And
No, bueno.
the Warforge points his longsword at the door.
Leon would like to
they are
look for
in there.
something to
Hold aim, and the moment you see something walk through that door, fire.
Leon puts one of these. Actually, puts all. Wait, hold on. What can he do? Leon is going to bar the door with the table.
Okay. You can use about like 10 feet of your movement, and you can use your action to put the table in front of the door.
Sweet. That's all I do. And then I skedaddle. So I have 30 feet left. So I am going up. Wait, 35 feet. So I'm going up. I am going to be right next to him. And I am using this time to end.
Leon.
What?
And I'll let it slide. Technically, your rage wouldn't be over yet, I don't think. No, it would. We'll just say that it is. Your rage is over. Never mind. Forget it.
Oh, wait, what?
We gotta remember that, because rage technically doesn't end unless your rage automatically ends if you had spent your last turn not being attacked by anything, attacking anything, or taking any damage. So if you spend a whole entire turn doing nothing aggressive, then on your next turn your rage is going to end.
Okay.
So technically on this turn you still would have had to make the save or roll the d10 to make the save to see if you're still confused, but it's whatever. We just got to remember that.
I thought that I succeeded with a
you failed.
10. Oh,
You
but
failed,
the 10
but
puts
the
me
10
from.
just happened to let you. Yeah. Anyways, so what else are you doing?
I'm just gonna be right next to Nora and end my turn.
Okay.
I will look. I'll take care of the back. You take care of the front. I say to Nora.
He says, the front of what?
The order. We need to get out of here, and that door will not work because there is a ballista.
He says, so I still don't get. What am I getting the front of?
When we start going, you will be in front. You'll be leading the charge. Nora and the girls will be in the middle, and I will take care of the back.
Well, no offense, but I see that turning you into a specter hasn't really improved on your intellect.
Well, I'm just trying to talk about battle tactics, but if you're going to insult me, then
He's going to hold
whatever.
his turn for after Joan. So, Joan, it is your turn now. Sayonara. Morgan.
Oh, they went somewhere. Where'd they go?
Okay. Well, I guess this is a good time to bring us to the other side of the story.
Oh.
Yay.
Zach.
Yes.
Olivia. You have been traveling with your newfound friend, and eventually at one point you did get to see what he looks like. He looks like a 10-foot tall, muscular, humanoid creature with gray skin and kind of like with elephant feet, black marbled abyssal eyes with these sharp tusks and fangs that protrude from his lips. He has armor about him that shows that he's some sort of warrior, as well as if I could pull up his picture. There we go. He has a heavy crossbow and a large curved sword. And he wears a dark purple cape and hood. Excuse me.
Okay.
And it has these spikes that go from the top of his head all the way down to his back, like a mohawk. And when you get to what looks to be this large gate to a large city, he says, You get yourself inside the city. There will be a large fortress made of opal. Make your way there. I will meet you inside. And then you see that he disappears.
Alright. So he wants me to get inside, correct?
Mm-hmm.
The castle or
The fortress.
just the town? Okay.
He said there's a fortress made of opal, and he wants you to meet him inside.
Alright. I'm gonna cast pass without trace.
Okay. You cast it.
And then I'm gonna stealth and try to sneak into the castle.
Okay.
29.
So the front gates are completely closed. You see that there is like a battlement tower at the center of it, and it basically looks like this wall is completely blocking this large tunnel into this massive cavern, and there is what looks to be two large ballistas on the wall at the side of this tower that's on top of the gate, and it's just monitoring slowly left and right. They You do not manage to get spotted, but you do get up to the wall with no way of getting through it or over it, unless if you do have something you can do.
Is Pass Without Trace
A what?
a concentration spell? Let's see.
Uh,
Doesn't look like it. It's a duration spell, right?
I should know this because I use this a lot. It is a concentration spell for up to an hour.
Oh, it is a concentration spell?
Yes, it is.
So I can't cast any other type of magic. Damn it.
Well, no, you can't. But also noting you can transform into your animal form and still hold concentration.
I see.
You just can't cast other concentration spells that would replace it, but other magic.
Guess I'm gonna turn into a giant spider and walls.
A giant spider.
Yep, a giant spider. Olivia, Spider Olivia.
You don't think that a large sized creature would get spotted?
Well, if I'm still well, well, go with just a regular spider then.
Okay. So you transform. It takes you a little bit to climb up because you're a smaller spider, but you can get over to the other side. We'll say it takes you about 5 minutes at most
All right.
to climb up and get to the other side. Hell, in fact, you can like climb up and then just leap off, and then, because of physics and stuff, you just lightly fall to the ground. No damage dealt.
Yay!
You're on the other side. You see that the city mainly has well-constructed carved streets with these lamps that look to have these funguses and cages that glow these brilliant blues and purples. The streets are also filled with these creatures that look like of the kin of Kepin. But the other thing that you see that there are these other humanoid creatures made of wood and metal, wielding shields and swords, monitoring the streets. And you also notice that there are little teeny tiny little walking boxes and other weird trinkets that look like animals that are walking amongst everywhere as well. There are also these flying contraptions that are really small. They're like these balls with like these glass eyes that are kind of flying about the deep known citizens, and some of them are fetching small items like a tool or possibly a cup from inside, or opening doors for them. They seem to be like little robotic assistants for nearly every deep gnome in the city. As these metal soldiers monitor every movement around you. You also notice that kind of flying way up in the air every now and then, kind of to and fro, are these massive metallic birds that are also swooping in a large circle around city blocks, as if monitoring in that way as well. This place is heavily guarded. And you see way off in the distance, opposite from you, on this kind of raised stone ramp, there is this massive fortress made out of this black stone. You have a feeling that is your target.
All right. I'm gonna stealthily go there.
All right. I will say that your pass without a trace will break. Before it'll probably you'll probably get like a quarter of the way there by the time your pass without a trace breaks. Making
As in a spider form, or
yes.
oh,
How long can you stay in your spider form?
I think 8 hours.
I thought it was 2.
Oh, yeah, you might be right. I think you're right.
Because your circle of the moon, right?
Yeah.
I think circle of the moon makes it so you can double. Sorry, no, you can be shaped for a number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down.
So total of 6 right now. Circle of moon. Nope, it doesn't really change my time, but it does give me higher abilities of when I can.
So you can stay in your B-shaped form for 3 hours.
Yeah.
7 divided
But
16.
I'm gonna transfer out of the spider to get there quicker.
All right. So you're gonna keep your 19 roll, or are you gonna cast Pass Without Trace again?
I'll pass without trace again.
Okay. So
Then
you can get up to the large cliff, and you do see that there is like an elevator system, or a platform pulley system that brings you to the top. You, with your Pass Without Trace, can somehow easily get through into the crowd and get your way up to the platform. And you stand behind, we'll say there's like some boulder up on display or something for whatever reason. There might have been like a stalactite or whatever that fell from the ceiling, and you're hiding behind it. And you see the large fortress before you. There are more ballistas at the top of this gate, of these walls that surround it, that are monitoring the front. You also see that there are 2 archer towers on the corners of the front part of the fortress walls. So what do you do?
I still have my 29, correct?
Yes.
My pass. Okay. I'm at like the wall, right? Like
I'll say that you're like 60 feet away from the wall.
And they don't seem to have noticed me yet, correct?
Correct.
All right. I'm gonna like pick up a large, like a decent sized stone and like toss it like at the gate to just kind of see or like draw their attention there.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a ranged attack roll, but using your strength modifier.
Strength modifier. All right.
Chuck
11.
well.
Oh no. That shouldn't have mattered. What'd you get?
An 11.
11. You can. I'll say you can like throw it. Yeah, you throw it. It doesn't get quite to where you're aiming, but you do get some decent distance. And you see that one of the ballista that is like looking through like an archer peephole, or one of the ballistas turns and kind of gets closer to the edge to look over the wall to see what it was.
I see.
The other one at the far side doesn't seem to notice that there was a noise.
All right. I'm gonna kind of like sneak around to like maybe like the back or like the side of the castle.
Okay.
Now drawing at least one of their attentions to it, kind of away from me.
Right. So when you get to the backside, you see that there is like the wall has 2 more ballista that are like monitoring, like kind of looking left and right, making sure that there isn't anything coming from the backside. At this point, you hear the sound from up on like the higher floors of the fortress. The sound of someone yelling. Ah!
Does the voice sound familiar? Or...
No.
Oh, that can't be good. I don't have my staff still. Or damn it. Right now would have been a great time to ask Mavrin, but you know what? I don't have Mavrin. I'm gonna pick up another stone, but this time not so big, but like, and then trying to kind of really chuck it and like hit a wall to make a lot of noise, to draw attention away from me again.
I'm sorry. Where are you throwing this?
I'm gonna throw it to like the very back. Well, to the very back corner. Of like the castle to like maybe have them look away while I try to scale the wall.
The like back corner. I guess I'm confused.
So I'm gonna hit like hit a tower that's opposite of the side I'm on, so that they would look that direction, or hoping to hit it so hard that it makes a large thunk, so that it draws their attention away from me, so I can scale the wall.
Okay. Give me another strength roll.
All right.
Strength attack.
13.
You don't get it to hit the tower. It hits one of the walls, which causes the one that's closest to it to look down, but the other one doesn't seem alarmed by it.
The other one doesn't notice it?
Yes.
You know what? I'll just turn back into a spider again.
Okay.
And climb the wall.
All right. Takes you about 5 minutes to get up. And
All right.
in that 5 minutes, what is the other side doing? Joan, it is your turn.
I would like...
Actually, I'll say at this point, we just won't have initiative.
Okay.
Okay, sweet.
I would like to put on my shoes. Because feet are important. And then I would like to run. Boop, boop, boop. Open the door, please.
Okay,
And...
open the door.
Leon is just gonna merge with the wall. You know, like in some games where they bug out and the character model just merges with a wall. Yeah, that's what's going on here. And he's just gonna follow them that way so he doesn't accidentally scare the other two.
I'm gonna turn toward my friend. Nora, could you break their bind? Start with the dark-haired one, if you could.
Absolutely. And he walks up, and the dark-haired woman just kind of like looks at him, not very comfortable with this guy with a flaming sword approaching him, and then he just raises it above his left shoulder, and then strikes right through the chain, releasing her.
He's left. Oh no. Is he left or right-handed?
He's right-handed.
Oh, okay. So he just
Look
got
at
it.
cross. And the auburn-haired woman kind of like is confused at what's going on, and she says, "Balius, is he dead?"
He's fled for now, but we need to go.
The dark-haired woman walks up to you, Joan. She goes, "Well, I see that you had time to go shoe shopping. Did you happen to find my stuff?"
I look at Nora.
He goes, "I don't know why you're looking at me. She's not asking me."
Didn't want to.
Did I see any of her stuff in the chest? I assume
No.
it was just mine. Oh, what kind of things did you have?
She goes, "Well, I had some noise dampening boots. I had the standard reconnaissance armor.
Leon goes
Uh,
to go look for
daggers,
these
short
things.
sword."
I'm afraid I didn't see any of that. If we can find it, we will, but I think we need to get out of here, right?
Uh,
Unless you have an idea where they might have been.
Nora is going to say, like, walk up here to the edge of the bed, and he's going to go, "Do I need to release this one?" And the auburn hair woman goes, "No, please, keep me in the binds. If he comes up here, he's going to hurt me. Don't."
Look, come with us. If he catches us, he won't catch us, but if he does, you can say you are our prisoner. Nora, cut the binds, please.
"No, don't cut them. Don't!" And Nora, he instead of instead of cutting the chains, he puts the tip of the sword very close to her face, and it causes her, like, you can like see that her eyebrows start to like sizzle, and she kind of like jerks her head back, and she just scoots back to the edge of the back of the bed frame in fear, from feeling like her face was about to catch fire. And he goes, "Listen, I came here for one thing. I came here for that damn necklace that your King Balius has around his filthy green neck. You're very afraid of him because you feel that he's going to kill you, but I will assure you this. King Balius will end up dead. Because I can guarantee you he's not just going to give me that necklace without a fight. Now, you have nothing to worry about. King Balius will be dead long before he'll get the chance to be able to punish you or to even know that you had escaped. Now I suggest that you shut your trap before I melt your lips shut. Do we have an understanding?" And she just nods. "Good." Cuts her chain. "Now get up. We have places to be." And the woman goes, I can't." And Nora just kind of looks back. Did I not make myself clear when I said that I was going to kill him? No, I can't. I can't stand. And Norris just kind of stands there, silent. and confused.
I walk over and kind of gesture, come on, and like slide my arm underneath her armpit, shoulder area.
She go-
Supporting her from one side.
the dark-haired woman will also help you. And when the auburn-haired woman kind of like slides her legs off the side of the bed, you notice that her legs are horribly mangled. They are bent to where instead of them like bending back like they're supposed to, they're bent like outwards, like naturally. It's almost as if someone had broken her legs at the kneecaps, and then her legs just healed that way, forcing her legs to be stuck like that. And she says, I can't stand. You're gonna have to carry me.
Leon kind of like pokes his head through and kind of gets Joan's attention.
Psst, hey, Joe.
I think to Marvel, would you mind?
I wouldn't mind.
I
And
don't know how you're going to fight like that, though.
I can just set her down. Leon will approach to them cautiously.
The woman, both of the elven women just kind of look at you with fear. The auburn woman.
It's all right. He's a friend of mine.
Is he one of the ones
He's not going to hurt.
that he killed?
No, he was.
No.
Whoa. The dark-haired woman just kind of looks at Leon and goes, whoa. For a dead person, he's pretty cute.
Leon blushes.
Aw.
Now isn't the time for that. Come on.
Yeah.
Leon looks for her permission to pick her up.
Leon proceeds to make a
No, he just
flattered,
asks for her
proceeds
permission.
a flattered anime guy noise.
Basically. Basically, okay. So yeah, he picks up the poor girl with her permission because consent is key.
She lets you. She kind of shivers a bit as you are cold to the touch, but you can like hold her like in your arms. You can cradle her in your arms.
Good to go.
Nora stepping over at the door with his flaming sword in his right hand. He says, "You four, if you wish, can leave this place. However, I'm going downstairs and I'm finding that green bastard and I'm taking that necklace. Whether if you choose to help me or not, that is up to you."
What
Oh,
will the
I'm
necklace
definitely
let you
helping.
do?
What'd you say?
What will the necklace let you do?
He says, "It won't do anything for me. It's going to do something for someone who had contracted me to do this, to get it."
To get the necklace? Who contracted you for that?
That's none of your concern. What should be of your concern is your survival.
I'd very much like to see him dead.
Well,
Phew! Bless me.
so are you to stay with me and watch him die? Or do you wish to live, or do you wish to run and possibly live another day for me to tell you the tale?
I would wish to help you, of course. In any way I could.
And what are you to do with the elven woman?
I'm pretty sure she could stand to sit down for a while.
Even though she literally can't.
Let's go.
Odea.
Nora, take the lead. And Marvel, follow behind. When we get
Good
him.
gosh, this sounds a lot like a plan that I had a little while ago that was apparently so stupid that I had to be insulted.
Who insulted you?
Nora. He bullied me.
Oh. When we get there, we'll protect her. I won't let anything happen to her.
Splendid plan. Couldn't think of anyone better myself. So I'm sorry, Andrew didn't quite hear. Who was taking the lead?
Nora's taking the lead,
Okay.
and Marvel is following behind with the woman. Then I'm letting dark-haired woman expeditionist go, and then I'm taking the rear with my bow. Yep. And then when we get somewhere with Balius, Marvel and Nora can go fight while I protect the other.
Because we do have another one to save. Because there was the woman in the chamber. The very front chamber.
I like the train. Choo choo.
Come on, baby, do the
The
locomotion.
locomotion!
I just
Copyrighted.
imagine that's what you guys are doing down the hall. Come on, baby, do the loco. If only Dylan was here to play the music.
Aw, Dylan.
Way to make us miss him.
Come on, Balius, eat the locomotion.
Funny.
You're gonna like it.
It's a little bit
Run up to
funny.
Balius and swing your sword. Now we're gonna do the Nora's sword. I don't know.
I like it.
All right, so Nora's gonna take you guys here, which will bring you to one of these. Wow.
Wow. This feels familiar.
Wow. Anyway.
Which will then bring you guys down to the first floor, if I can select the right frickin' floor. Here we go.
This is stressful.
This is stressful. Especially since I have to look at the clock because I need to get to bed at 10.
Ah!
Ah! What happened?
Ah! So you guys are in this crammed room when there are 3 Warforged. One of them has very heavy plated armor around and a great sword wielded in its hand, standing guard. But since Nora is the first one, he's going to. We are going to roll initiative as the guard turns around and goes, "Halt!"
Honey?
I get initiative. Advantage.
Damn it, Morgan.
And once more.
I don't have a token.
20.
You're at the top of the
Yay.
stairs, Mayor again.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, no.
God dang, I suck at rolling initiative today.
What'd you get, Marvel?
I got a 20.
It's a 20.
It's a 20. Not a natural 20, but a 20.
Rip nat 20.
Rip nut. Come on, baby, do the locomotion.
Epic.
Epic.
Mad rolls, bro.
And then she's just gonna be. Okay, go to here. So many freaking stat blocks. Well, Joan, at least you're not at the very bottom.
Yeah, no, right?
All right. So Nora gets to go first.
What he get?
21.
Ooh, nice.
I'm actually
Just
glad
one
I
above
didn't get
me.
a high number.
He's gonna go ahead and swing his flame sword at this burly
Fine
fella.
individual.
Indeedeth Maximus. He hits. So he does not bloody. With just the regular slashing damage, but let's see what fire damage does. Alright, so with one hit, he almost bloodies this knightly figure, but swings again. Again. Hitting. Now it's bloodied. Oh, dear lord. And with a second swing, he, like, boom, makes a huge, like, gash cutting through. It's almost like if, like, a lightsaber cut through the chest of a droid in Star Wars.
Ooh.
But then with an upswing, he just completely cuts it in half, finishing it off. And steps forward so that people can get in. Steps in this corner. And, Marvel, it is your turn.
Okay, sweet. You know what I would like to do? I'm not raging yet because just in case I might do something and it not be great. I'm going to gently set down the auburn-haired elf woman. Gently.
In the stairwell.
Okay, fine. I hand her to Joan. Yeah.
Can I support her weight? I guess I can. Okay. I carry the auburn-haired woman.
And then I go down and
Give me a
I
strength
attack
check.
this one.
Son of a biscuit. 16.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, wait, no.
Huh?
I was going to say, is it a saving throw?
No,
Or is... Okay, 16.
you can carry her.
Yay.
Okay, sweet. I would like to attack this dude.
Alright, make me that attack roll.
Attack roll. Oof. Ooh, why am I rolling with initiative? It would be a 13. I imagine a 13 doesn't hit.
A 13 does not hit.
Sweet.
Womp
Okay,
womp.
does a 26 hit though?
It does.
Okay, sweet. I would like to do some damage. I do 16 points of damage.
So sweet.
So sweet.
Alright, you bloody him.
Sweet.
Creating a massive dent on his shoulder area, nearly making his left arm incapacitated. But unfortunately, he's still able to move it.
Sweet. Well, I'm right in front of him, so he can attack me.
He almost made his left arm a right arm.
What?
Just, you almost messed up his arm so bad it became the other arm. That's all.
That's funny.
Anyway.
This woman's gonna, like... She doesn't have any weapons to do anything.
Brave.
So she...
I feel like we should have gotten her some scrolls, but oh well.
Oh well. I wish I had my hand axe so I could give it to her, but nope.
She's just gonna,
Aww.
like,
like the good
disengage
old
and
days.
run over to this corner. And then use
'Kay,
her
sweet.
action to use the dodge action.
Sweet.
Makes sense.
This Warforge is going to try to swing at Leon.
Okay, sweet. Go ahead.
Come on, baby.
We're never getting away from
Now
this
it's
song.
stuck in your head, isn't it?
24 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. Now I kind of regret not using my.
That is 15 magical slashing damage.
I take that like a champ.
He's then going to swing it again. Swing at you again.
Sweet.
Getting a natural 20.
Oh,
Ah.
shit.
Okay, so 15.
Yep. That is magical, so you would take the full damage. Then 18 slashing
18
damage.
plus 2. I mean, times 2. Right?
What? No.
Oh. So just 18.
Yep. That guy's on initiative because he's dead. So Zainora.
Woo. I'm carrying a woman.
Indeed you are.
I'm going to. How many? How far up am?
10 feet.
I'm going to stay in the stairwell and just kind of go to the bottom-ish area between these two fine individuals.
Actually, it would probably be 15 feet. I just realized that
Okay.
that's like a really short ceiling for a fortress.
Okay. I'm just gonna go spiral down and get off between Marvel and Nora if I can. And I also would like to take the dodge action rather.
Okay. This guy is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20.
GTFO. Cool.
Yeah, he's gonna GTFO.
Skedaddle.
Skadoodle.
King Bonius, they've breached the tower.
Indeed. Nora's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's just gonna run around and swing at this Warforged.
Okay, sweet. Know what type of dude you are now.
Hey man, his priority is to eliminate the target.
Sure.
And he slashes it in half.
Sweet.
I'm going to be very curious how this fight with Balius turns out. It's going to be like everyone one-shotting each other or something.
Yeah. Unless if I use
Uh.
a special thing called Rage.
Marvel, it is your turn.
I would like to Phantom Rage, please and thank you.
Okay.
Right now?
Sweet. Yes.
Oh. We're getting fancy.
Because
What's your
I
wisdom
know.
saving throw?
going to happen. Oh, 8.
Uh-oh.
Ouch.
Okay.
I feel like you should have left the room first.
Roll me
Yeah,
a
I
10.
felt like that too. 8?
D10. 8?
8?
What does an 8 do?
8 and 8. Wow.
8 and an 8. Oof. Nice. I don't feel so hot right now. I feel pretty bad.
That's not good.
What's with the chuckling?
Why do you laugh, DM?
Hey.
Okay, just give it to me, please. I'm not in a really good mood right now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Sweet.
Leon, you take your action to swing your sword at the auburn-haired elf. Make me an attack roll, but with disadvantage because
dodge.
Because dodge. Well, yes.
Can I make the attack roll to hit
Actually-
myself instead?
Okay, Morgan, I'll say this. So you can either use the dodge action to help yourself, or you can use the aid action to help the auburn woman. Which one would you prefer?
Aid to help the auburn-haired person.
Okay.
You know what? I would very much like.
I imagine she's fairly frail looking, as in she probably dies to one hit of
Yes.
just about anything, whereas I should live, unless like Balius goes for another triple swing on me, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
So-
aiding her.
Leon,
All around me are
give me that
familiar
attack with disadvantage.
faces. Run out places. Run out
She has a really low
faces.
AC. What'd you get?
Hold on. 9.
Roll. I'm dying.
Oh, nat 1!
Really?
Yay!
Wait, what? No way.
Yep.
That's awesome. So you just like, I just imagine in your rage, you just like shake. And you immediately turn and you raise your sword above your head, but you look into the eyes of the Auburn elf in fear and you stop. Your whole body just, you freeze as the sane part of you controls you. Or even better yet, you hear a little voice in your head. You hear your wife tell you, Leon,
Oh.
this isn't you. Don't let it control you. Don't let your hatred for him consume you. And you just and you swing and you slam at the door over here, decimating it, making it explode, exposing the doorway completely. And the auburn hair elf just screams in terror. So,
Dang.
use your bonus
Son.
action and your action.
I would like to go this way, where hopefully I will be put out my misery. Please and thank you. Please, please, and thank you. I would like to use all my 45 feet! Get me out of here!
Yay.
Okay, you see the
I can
Warforged is
go
right
one
next
more.
to you.
One more. I go this way.
Okay.
One more.
So you do technically have an extra attack, so you can swing at this Warforged if you'd like.
I would very much like to.
Okay. Make me that attack roll.
Yeah. I am going to take out all my frustration of myself, and I am going to attack him with normal. Thank you very much. And that is a 20. Does a 20 hit him?
Yes, it does.
Sweet. That is 11 force. Wow. Huh.
Alright, he does not get bloodied by that, but...
Sweet. I am still raging, and I am still unable to be hurt by anything that is not psychic. So you know. Yeah.
So, you do see that you and this Warforged, one Warforged, are the only two that are in this room. King Balius is
Excuse
nowhere to
me.
be in sight.
That little shit. Is the elven woman anywhere to be seen?
Yeah, she probably would be. She would be here. Chained up
Oh.
to the throne.
Okay.
She's just kind of like resting on it like a cat would sleep on a chair.
Oh. I feel so sad. Okay, I'd like to have my turn.
This one is she's gonna say, you know, I really hate just like standing here and doing nothing. Does anyone have any weapon whatsoever that they can give me? At all? Like, is there like another, like a flaming dagger or something you can give to me, Blondie? And he just kind of looks over at her and he goes, no, unfortunately.
Joan, don't you have the sword? Oh wait, I can
was
hear
going
you.
to give it to her. Patience Marvel.
She's gone. Joan, it is your turn.
Oh, hey. Okay. First, I'm going to go into this corner. Yeah. No. I'm going to go into this corner, so that's 15, and place the woman... Oh, shoot. No, I'm not. Okay, so we're going to go... Oops, not into the... Well, I guess there's no one there anymore. 5, 10, 15, 20, and... I'm going to say to the woman, I'm a little preoccupied right now, but if you can grab into my backpack, there's a long sword.
Okay, she won't be able to grab it until
Yeah, I know.
her next turn.
So I'm going to move out this way and stop here.
Okay.
And assume she's going to come catch me.
Okay. This
Um,
Warforged here.
I haven't
No.
taken an action, so I'm gonna aid the woman again.
Okay. This
And
Warforged
that's it.
guy.
It's gonna attack me. I hope.
No, he's gonna disengage.
Oh, I take an attack of opportunity.
He disengaged.
Sweet. Okay. Does a 17 hit?
What?
He disengaged, so you don't get an attack of opportunity.
What?
Like he spent his action making sure you didn't hit him,
Ugh.
and me technically, but
As he runs, he says, all at the North Hall! At the North Hall! We have escapees! We have escapees!
everybody to the North Hall. I'm in a sing-song mood tonight.
Nora kind of just nonchalantly walks in and kind of looks around and he goes, Well, if he's not here, the only other option that I think he could possibly be in...
Behind the throne, perhaps?
I just imagine Leon's just... Behind the throne!
Sure. If it amuses
like it.
you so, then yes.
I just imagine if you're in an absolute rage, you're not going to just be talking. I say, he's possibly behind the throne.
He doesn't talk like that either, so you know.
I was gonna say, perhaps Kepin was right. He was gonna go to the battle hall. I figured he'd come straight to the throne. Alright, other way. So the 30,
Nora said that?
40, yep. 60. Marvel.
I would like to drop the rage.
You have to make me a wisdom saving throw first.
Okay, sweet. I would like to make my wisdom saving throw then. Very
Actually, hold
now. Wait.
Hold on.
Okay.
So you actually have to roll a d10 at the beginning of your turn. Like it's like the first thing that happens in your turn. So you have to roll a
Fine.
d10, and then you don't get to make your wisdom saving throw until the end of your turn.
Okay, fine. I made the D10. It is a 5.
So you do not move or take actions this turn.
Okay, sweet.
Rip.
Roll me your saving throw.
Okay, sweet. 5!
Okay, you are still enraged and are still confused.
Die, please.
Is it different than normal rage? It ends if
Yeah.
Marvel did something.
So, like, basically how it works is that whenever he's affected by the confusion ability, his rage and his confusion ability doesn't end until he succeeds on his wisdom saving throw.
Ah, okay.
So it's like, yeah. So basically, if he's affected by the confusion, he is so lost with his rage that he literally can't control it or stop it
I see.
until he
Okay,
breaks
sweet.
through it.
Sweet, 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 sweet.
It's kind of like when the Incredible Hulk goes into a rage. If he gets mad enough, he just can't control it. So after that, this woman's gonna run right up behind Joan and use her action to pull out the sword. And she goes, "Well, honestly, it's a bit heavier and a bigger sword than what I'm used to, but I guess I really can't complain." No, God. I was really hoping that you weren't gonna be a child, but I forgot. You are a child. So she went 5, 10, 15. She's going to go 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And she's going to say, so, you don't think that he's in there? What'd you say he was again? And
Battle
says,
room.
Well, this friend of mine, who apparently is familiar with the place, told me that he's more than likely to go to the battle hall. Oh, yeah, I remember where that is. Do you wish to go first, or do you want someone to peek in to make sure that he's in there? And he goes, if you're that antsy, I suppose we could use someone to scout out the room real quick. Right on it! 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 60, 70, 75, 80. So she just goes forward. Zayanora,
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn.
I'm going to keep carrying the woman and follow Nora and the tall,
Sweet.
which should put me 60. Well, no, I'm not going to pass them, but like 5-10 feet behind Nora and Talia.
Yeah, my dudes, we need to be quick because I need to be
Yep.
gone soon.
Yep. We'll get there.
Sweet.
So this Warforged uses his free action to open the door and yell for reinforcements, making we'll say
Surprise party coming with us.
I'll take care of them.
two of these Warforged are gonna coming. Oh, this one steps forward and gets battle ready for anyone to attack. Nora is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just wait. Marvel.
Roll me d10. It is a 4.
You do not move or take actions this turn.
Okay,
Wow.
sweet. Now I would like to make my wisdom save.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
What you get?
Oh, that one.
Oh no!
This is so painful.
You just hear the sounds of everything that gives you pain, just all the way cranked up to 11. You can like hear the cackling of Holland laughing at you, making you so angry that you just like nearly seize up and just hover there. So the elven woman is gonna 15 and stealthy stealth. Yikes. She takes one step in, and you hear she just goes, "Oh my emperor." And then you just hear the sound of a fire getting extremely loud, the crackle of a fire getting extremely loud, and you see that there is like this bright orange light that floods into this hallway, and you hear the booming laugh of Balius. Ha 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 ha. Come here, little one. Let me show you the might of an orc. And that's where we're going to end it.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Sweet. Good night, everyone.
Whew, that was a lot.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Especially
fun.
with my natural one at the end. Sweet. I'm going to go to bed and cry myself to sleep. Good night, everybody.
Aw,
Good night.
it'll be okay. Good night.
Good
All right,
night.
so say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, people.